end screen click-through rates. Because once you have gotten your audience retention graph to a point where like maybe half the people who click play are still watching when the video ends, now we want to see like what do we do design-wise to set up this end screen so that we have the highest percentage of people getting to the end of my videos and then clicking and watching more content. And then those people watch that video, get to the end, click and watch more. Like, and you're just getting massive, at this point, massive watch time across all of your videos on YouTube, and just like your whole channel just gets a tremendous lift. I've done several videos in the past about how to optimize your end screens for more clicks and retention and all that. So you'll find links to those down below, or interactive cards around here you could click on. But the kind of a really quick summary is that you need to eliminate any language that the video is over. Do not give your viewers permission to leave. Those end screens need to come on screen while you are still delivering content, and then you only have a few seconds at the end to give them a pitch for the next video you want them to watch, and you're going to point to that space, give them a pitch, and then just talk with the assumption that they're going to keep going. And click-through rates will go from like 0.71% on average to, as like a normal click-through rate on end screens, up to like 30. Some of our clients do over 40% click-through rates on their end screens when they start doing that. The fourth technical thing to evaluate doesn't sound technical at first, but hang with me for a second. I want you to do tons of experiments on your YouTube channel this year. I don't want you to just kind of get into this rut of doing the same thing over and over again and not seeing the traction that you want, but just thinking like, well, if I just be consistent and keep trying, eventually it's going to pay off, right? I hope. And no is the answer. I have friends who have gone years trying to do the same thing over and over, waiting for their big breakout moment that never came. What I want for you to do this year is to focus on different ideas you can have that will improve your content and make it easier for people to click and watch and consume more of your videos. And it really comes down to how you craft your actual video content itself. Now, where this gets technical is I don't want you to just haphazardly just change a lot of things. I want you to think like, okay, if I tried this one thing, I think that would move the needle on the watch time that I'm getting on my videos. And so I just want you to try that one thing for maybe 5 to 8 videos, and then in your analytics, I want you to create a group of those 5 to 8 videos where you're doing that one thing differently, and then I want you to make another group that's like a control group of like your older content, and then you're going to use the compare to feature in your analytics to compare group A to group B, where you can see, does this one thing that I'm changing, does it actually lead to more watch time, or more subscribers, or more views, or more whatever the metric is that you're trying to really dial in and change there and influence. And you can use that feature to like A/B test almost anything you want, like thumbnail